Hey Aquarians, what is going on? I'm Matthew Oliver with Stillwater Alchemy, and it is January 2023. Happy New Year. By the time we finish this month, it's going to be your season. And right at the start of the month, on January 2nd, Venus moves into Aquarius. So especially if you are an Aquarius rising, of course, this is going to be an auspicious time. Remember, as we start off the month, we have Mercury, Mars, and Uranus all going to be stationing direct near mid-month, all within a 10-day span, right? So we have January 12th, Mars finishes its 10-week retrograde. It'll be stationing direct. And then on the 18th, we have Mercury stationing direct. And then on the 22nd, we have Uranus stationing direct. All while Venus is in Aquarius. So you might be feeling a shift in your priorities. You might want to prioritize yourself. There might be priorities around love and relationships and just what brings you joy. That was an overarching energy as I was clearing space and grounding for this reading. It's like, what is it that brings you happiness? What is it that brings you joy? Whether it is work, whether it is food, whether it's going out, whether it's your family, whether it's your dog or your cat or your parrot, whatever amazing pets you may have. These are things just to note. And overarching energy just for everyone is to slow down at the start of the month and just get clear, right? With retrogrades, we do not fear retrogrades. They are time to reevaluate, reassess, to set within yourself that internal energetic foundation to bring forth whatever it is you want, right? And oftentimes, especially if you're an Aquarius sun, it's likely that you'll have Capricorn in your chart as well, whether it may be Mercury or Venus, sometimes even Mars. So if you do have Capricorn in your chart as well, just knowing that with Mercury being retrograde for about half of the month, that it's okay if there are delays. It's okay if there are things that you cannot control. Sometimes fixed signs really like to control things and can feel frustrated when that control is not there. So just being aware of that. And it'll be interesting too, like I said, that commitment to pleasure, commitment to excellence, commitment to yourself, given that Venus is going to be co-present and conjunct Saturn throughout this month. Because by the time we get to January 26th, Venus moves into Pisces. So she's on a mission. Enjoy this transit, have some fun with that. And especially at the start of the month, that's oftentimes when many people are on holidays. Yes, some people go back to work, but it's almost as if all the planets are telling us it's okay to slow down. It's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to make some shifts and changes so that when all these planets station direct, you're in a really good position. Four of Wands. So that structure, that stability, maybe spending more time with loved ones, your social circle, your private life, certain things like that. This is also a good energy too. I mean, we're just talking about Venus and Aquarius. You can see within this, it's like this beautiful castle, trellis, couple getting married, celebrating their life. So if you're thinking about, especially Venus co-present in conjunct Saturn in Aquarius, you might be thinking more long-term about, okay, the people that I'm dating or the person that I want to build a life with, maybe the topic of marriage or more serious commitments is on the plate right now, where you're really wanting to go into that more. And with Mercury and Mars retrograde, even Uranus too, it's like, okay, maybe there's some like great healing that can be done, the way that you approach conflict resolution or the way that you speak about yourself, your partner, others. These are all great things to reevaluate so that that greater stability is imminent. I'm also kind of feeling too like that beautiful castle in the background for expansion of space, that you might want to go through your home and recycle, donate, throw out anything that's not in alignment, especially with Venus and Aquarius. It's very, I find, like pragmatic, very intelligent. It's not for the weary if you have that placement in general. It's like it has no time for idiots or people that don't know what they want. She's in it to bring knowledge, to bring expansiveness, to bring awareness to whoever she's with. So again, if the things and the energy that you're surrounding with yourself isn't representing that higher version of yourself, maybe it's time to let it go. And maybe you just bought those items a couple months ago, or you were gifted it by a friend or a loved one, you're like, this doesn't actually reflect who I am. I've done so much growth in the past couple months. I mean, hello, Scorpio season, eclipse season that we dealt with in October and November. So you might be a completely different person from what happened in September or October or November, maybe even December. So making sure that your home feels like an uplifting place, a secure place, a stable place, and maybe even looking to where you want to live either short-term or long-term throughout this entire year. And that could also be something as well that you look into and say, okay, like I'm thinking that different areas are meant for me to expand, or I might have multiple bases around the world because my work is going to take me there, or I feel like I'm going to expand in love, in intellect, in stability, in different parts of the world. So that just kind of came to me as well, especially with the castle and the Four of Wands. It's like we need to be in more expansive spaces, expansive areas, so that we can feel into that power. We can believe something to be true once we experience and allow ourselves to be in certain relationships, in certain environments, with certain energies. Then we know it to be true, that if anyone else ever tries to convince us otherwise, we've already had the experience, we already know it to be true. Even if it just happened one time, you've experienced it. So the experience of expansiveness and what that means to you in regards to stability in home, that would be something I would really ponder and reflect with as we start off the year, okay? All right, what else is coming through for Aquarius for January? I keep seeing like this beautiful face, and there's like these really cute chic glasses, and there's like a little bit of a lip gloss, and just like the hair is done really well. So if you're wanting to put more emphasis on beauty, I mean, we just said that Venus is in Aquarius, so that could be a vibe as well. Mars is retrograde until the 12th of January, so any major surgeries, it would be a good time maybe to reflect on that. If you're wanting any kind of like beauty procedures done, I would wait until after Mars stations direct. Even with regards to like needles, like Botox filler, I myself personally, I know that's more of Venus's territory, but needles are still linked in with Mars. So I would probably wait until after. We're still gonna have Venus in Aquarius when Mars stations direct. And then of course Mercury too, like there's not gonna be any hiccups or like delays at the clinics. So that could be something, or even if you need to go to the optometrist just to check your eyes and get a new prescription for beautiful glasses. It's interesting, the card that fell out as that kind of face veneer download was coming through, it was the Fool reversed. So again, reversals aren't necessarily a bad thing. It's more of an energy of, is there a trip or is there a new path that you are delaying? Or do you need to wrap up loose ends first, maybe with regards to home, real estate, and family before you feel comfortable taking that move? Or maybe you feel like you have these commitments around home and family that prevent you from taking the step forward. And it might not even be your own home and family. It could be your partner's home and family that is preventing you from feeling like you can move forward, because there's all these other energies that are calling out to you, that are needing your energy, needing your attention, needing your love. So just really see that kind of like, even that fourth house energy, home, family, immigration, private life. If there are things that you feel like aren't resolved yet that are preventing you from moving forward, just ask for clarity, ask for a sign, asking for obstacles to be removed so that this energy can come in. It also be like, you know that you're about to start a brand new chapter. It's just not going to start in January, that you're putting all the pegs in motion, that everything is working out. So once we move past everything, or once we get to maybe February, March, maybe midway through Aquarius season, that is when you're going to be able to start something brand new. This could also be for me as well, relationships. I know we brought up that before, but especially with that Venus in Aquarius with Saturn, you might be reevaluating relationships in general, marriage as a topic. And if that's something that you want to pursue with your current partner, or if that's something you want at all, again, it can be a very socially conditioned energy around marriage and what it means to be successful in love. And so maybe you just get to redefine your own rules, or it could be ending a relationship that just isn't working, a romantic relationship in this case, I think with that Four of Wands, or restructuring the relationship so that you feel more confident moving into the next phase. So I'm not saying you have to end this relationship or whatever might be going on. And again, this can be with a romantic partner, but it can also be with friends, colleagues, family, neighbors. Like, this is everything. But I think there's something that has to be resolved first. And that can even be a childhood wound or something you felt when you were growing up, right? These fourth house topics that need some time and attention so that you feel comfortable moving forward and starting something new. I mean, we're only 2 cards in, and sometimes that's all we need. It's just like all this is becoming more and more clear. So what else do we need to know for Aquarius? I keep seeing a scarf as well. So that could be, for me, like keeping your throat warm, keeping your throat protected. And even just sometimes wearing a scarf, even if you're not outside, just feeling that support, that energy around your neck can help you feel more comfortable speaking aloud, speaking your truth, speaking what you need from those around you. So some throat chakra work here. And also too, with the 4 of Wands and the Fool, there's that prominent yellow, that gold energy. So throat chakra, there could be a little bit of solar plexus, standing in your power, your self-worth, knowing that if we have that really present, that we know what we're worth, we know our power, speaking that aloud will become easier. And then what's between the solar plexus and the throat? Of course, we have the heart. So that could also be something as well, if maybe you're not feeling as confident that this new start is going to work out, speaking it into existence, that everything is unfolding before you. All these new chances, all these new beginnings are literally appearing before your eyes. Everyone wants to see you succeed. Everyone wants to help you. Everyone wants to share their resources, give you love, see you grow exponentially. Literally just speaking this out loud to see how it shifts your autonomy, see how it shifts your confidence for this new beginning. That's imminent. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Do. Okay, very good. So we have the Knight of Swords with the Death card and the 8 of Pentacles. For me, this as well, just because Aquarius has had Saturn in Aquarius full-time since the end of 2020. Uranus has been in Taurus. That South Node was in Scorpio. There might be this clarity or this forward motion that you feel that you've dealt with during Scorpio season since the last eclipse cycle, that you feel more confident, you feel purposeful, you feel motivated to move forward. And this can also be moving forward towards letting go, towards the death or the end of something, so that you get to completely evolve, completely change. Like we said, sometimes fixed signs don't like change, don't like to have everything not within their premise or within the reach of their hands. This is asking you to move towards maybe that unknown or towards the end of something, because there is an energy of mastery, the energy of focus, especially given that Saturn is only in Aquarius for a few more months. Remember, that's going to be moving into Pisces on March 7th of 2023. So you might just feel like this final culmination, or that you're really being called to focus inward, and all other distractions or relationships or obligations or duties or whatever it may be that isn't aligned, you're letting it go because it's actually holding you back from something new. And everything here, and from what I've been receiving in the download, is you moving forward, you expanding, you getting to start anew. But certain things from the past or certain relationships you currently have right now, it's time to reevaluate those to see if they're still working out in your favor. Because there's an element of you wanting to go full throttle, you wanting to evolve into the highest version of yourself. And I think also, especially with the 8 of Pentacles, more maybe work priority or status priority, or even just mastering of something. It doesn't need to be around work. It could be you just calling in more money, that your time allocates to more money, that you're around more affluent people, that your gifts, your voice, your knowledge are being rewarded, and you want to hone in on that or seek out a specific specialty that now brings you more joy and pleasure. These are all things that are definitely coming and here for you, Aquarius, if you so desire, okay? So that is our general January 2023 Taroscope for you. If you want to go into these themes further, want to book a one-on-one reading, that link to my website is in the description of this video. I also have the 2023 astrology guide that goes into every single planetary transit. It also has worksheets, journal prompts, questions for you to go over and reflect each month, so that as you're learning more about the astrology, you can go in and dive a little bit deeper. And of course, if this resonated, please feel free to share with other Aquarians that could also benefit from this, okay? Thank you so much. Have a beautiful start to your year, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.